everyone, it's another Guild News update from me. I thought I'd do it straight after WrestleMania. As you can see, I've got my Cena gear on. Have to say though, it was actually the most boring match of the night. So fucking happy that The Undertaker won. It's 21-0. Sorry Punk, good match, but Undertaker deserved it. Triple H, Brock Lesnar wasn't too bad. Thank God Brock Lesnar lost. Anyway, I'll get off that and I'll get to the Guild News. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that was brought up to me by one of the officers. They questioned what happens when someone bids on an item and then they bid on another item in the night, and then they're able to trade the item to the person that lost because now they've got a better item. They showed some concern because what they didn't want was people powerhousing the DKP by bidding on one item because they can, and then bidding on another item because they can, and then them picking and choosing what they want, which is not what I want either. The one thing after discussing it with the officers is I found that the best solution would be, the example is say, if something drops that you want, let's say a ring, and you bid for that and you win it. Let's say then another boss later on drops a ring that's either a side grade or is a bit better for you stat-wise or is a lot better for you, and then you bid on that and you win. And then you ask me, can I trade that item back and get my DKP back? Well, the answer is yes, but you only get half of it back. So for the original ring, if you bid to 500 DKP, you'd only get 250 back. This might sound a bit harsh, but the reason for this is so that people actually concentrate on what they need, and then they don't just powerhouse everything, get everything they want, and then they pick and choose everything, and that goes against the rules of DKP, where bidding to win an item and then being able to just trade it back. So I know that's a rare occasion it happens, but that's the rule. So if you bid on something and win, and then bid on something in the same night, of course, because you can still trade and win, if you give that to the person that had the second to lowest bid, you will get half the DKP back that you paid for it. Alright then, the next thing, quickly, we are recruiting a Warlock. Of course, I've let everyone know that if there's an extremely good player, or you know a good player that wants to join, please let me know, because we have got a few spots, only a few, because we're 10 man, we don't want to have too many people, because it would cause us not to progress as much, but definitely want a Warlock. If not, let me know. So that's it for recruiting. The next thing is the Raider of the Bifrost. Now, I've been thinking about this, and that's for the last 2 weeks of raiding, and it's going to go to Halagino, who I think has performing extremely well, has really upped his game, and is just being a brilliant raider at the minute. You know, when things are getting tough, I can just see that you're improving and improving at every point. So that's it for you. I'm really happy with your performance. I know you're one of the newer members in the guild, but I think you're doing great. So congratulations, Halagina. Right, so that's it. There's only one note that I want to say to people now. We're at a progression stage of raiding at the moment, and it is going to be tough. We are going to be wiping a lot. Repairs will be high, and it will seem like, you know, not as fun, of course, as when we're just clearing Heartfear and Terrace. I want people to bear with it. You know, we're going to try our best to keep upbeat, motivational environment and atmosphere in the raids, and I would like people to kind of think about their own classes. One thing I have to say is that Blizzard have made it now that dual spec is something that you need to consider in 10 man, as well as changing your talents, because you can change them so easily. Per fight, sometimes you might have to chop and change quite a bit. Also remembering that now that dispelling's gone the way it has, and it's so limited to what people can dispel with the cooldown as well, DPS and tanks have to get involved with it. So it is kind of asking us to kind of up our gaming from the older expansions, which have been quite easy, but we can do it. We've got some superb players. It's just more thinking out of the box and making sure that you're thinking about your own class individually. My tactic videos will only generally give the gist of what I would say when I was in a raid. They're only really there to make sure that we don't waste time with tactics, and it also means that people can re-watch them so that they can get the OE style of how we're going to kill it. Of course, things might change because I unfortunately have to do these tactic videos before we get to the boss. So also bear with me that we might change the setup when we get to the boss. So it is just a general thing, but it's not going to tell each class what they're going to be good at, what they're going to be bad at, what they should look out for. You know, one thing I do think we need to work on is making sure that we think out of the box, and remembering that doing the most damage and keeping ourselves safe is the best way to go, as well as interrupting and stunning and using all the abilities that we've got. Other than that, we've done really well. Our progression is getting better. You know, we're always improving, and I think that attitude's been really great. So other than that, guys, I hope everyone's okay. Had a good Easter and hope to see you in the raid soon. See you later.